Hey everybody, welcome to Speak On It Comics, popping out, and soon we're gonna do a podcast with creatives like Irma here, who's done these wonderful paintings here. She's an artist as well as a teacher, and we're gonna have more from different teachers and educators and all that stuff. But that's coming soon. But today we're holding down the fortress. I like that.
Right.
There you go.
Good for me!
No pun intended.
No pun intended. That just came out of nowhere, folks. But we want to talk about one of her favorite subject matters, horror.
Horror.
See, as you can see from all these figures and toys and Funko Pops, this one's claimed already, so keep your eyes off of it. We got all types of toys here at Fortress Solitude, 53 University Avenue, Newark, New Jersey. So, Irma, by the way, her name's Irma. I just want to introduce yourself a little bit. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Irma. I love horror. I love drawing horror, watching horror, painting horror, reading, reading horror. I'm a big fan, and I don't.
So, the question that we're gonna ask each other. First question is, what is your favorite horror movie, and why? Because we need the why here.
Okay. I have to say that my favorite horror movie has to be the original with Tim Curry. But it was a show. It wasn't an actual movie until later on. But
Miniseries. Yeah.
it was a miniseries, and it was the very first one that I saw that really freaked me out. Even though I saw Friday the 13th first. No, did I? Oh, it was Nightmare on Elm Street. I saw that one first. But I think that one scared me too much, to the point where I didn't want to watch it anymore. That it was interesting to me. I actually started to really like the character, which is weird, I know.
No,
And
it's
then
not weird. There's something about the character that speaks to you. What do you think it is?
I don't know. I feel the otherworldly. The alien factor of how he came in and scared the kids, reappears 27 years later. It's very much like Jeepers Creepers, the way he sleeps for a couple of years. The Beldam, Coraline's
Yes.
the other mother.
Other mother, yeah.
She's part of that same multiverse.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So, in the movie, was it alien or was it like a demon? Or it's kind of interesting how Freddy and him kind of have the same motif, right?
Right.
The fear feeds them.
And it's all about the more scared they are, the
more fed
tasty,
they get. Yeah.
the more tasty they are. So I feel alien.
There was something with the newer movie that it was online, and I'm not like, I like the movies. I remember seeing this many moons ago on ABC. Remember, it was on
Yes,
Sundays.
Yes.
Sunday night, Monday night. It was, you had to wait. Yeah, kids, you had to literally wait till 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, watch the 2 hours with commercials.
Absolutely.
Then the next day you got to remember to watch it. If not, you're not seeing part 2.
Right.
VHS came out way later, but I remember seeing it when I was younger, and I liked the spider at the end, the stop motion.
Yeah. That
Mhm.
was cool.
That was cool.
Right.
But it was saying something with the movie when his mouth opened up. It was like a dimension or a portal. The newer movie, the one with the little girl.
Yeah, it's the lights. It's the deadlights.
Deadlights. What's
the
that?
deadlights. It's how he actually affects the kids and kind of absorbs them. It's almost like a spider. When the spider wraps up, it's killed. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When it wraps it up, it's almost cocooning it for later on. And he's with the deadlights. He freezes them for later on. Remember, he has to feed, so he's grabbing all these kids to still feed through those 27 years that he's away.
Huh.
So the deadlights actually freeze them in motion. And you'll see that more in the Bill Skarsgård where when they go down under, they see all the kids almost in stop animation, like paused,
Yeah.
because they're just still.
Huh. So it's kind of like the deer in headlights.
Absolutely.
They just stand there. Ah, okay, see? So I learn something new every day.
I could be completely wrong,
But it's art. Art's open to interpretation, honestly. And whoever's afraid of clowns, I'm sure that's creepy enough. Tim Curry was a great actor in that.
Absolutely.
Georgie boy. So, and the kids love the newer version. Oh, this one he has a bloody face. I just looked at it. Look.
that's one of the scarier moments.
It's got a bloody face, and you can see that there. So, anything else about it?
I think that's it.
That's it.
I think that's
Another
it.
pun. That's it. So, let me see.
One of my least favorite, only because of the sexual BDSM. When I watched Hellraiser, I
still gotta
was
watch
creeped out
those.
by it. I was actually creeped out by the demons that came in after the box was open, and they were all in this
Torture
like
demons.
yes, but they were very
Hellions
sexualized.
they're called?
We weren't allowed to like look at sexual things, as little kids. So I was like, I don't know if I should be watching this.
It was nothing like turning on the TV at 2 a.m. and seeing like some of these horror movies at night.
Absolutely.
Remember? On like Channel 11 used to show. Channel 11 used to show movies at night. Channel 5 used to show horror at night.
Yeah, most of the people won't even remember that.
I know. They're like, what are you talking about? Sorry, I'm losing the younger audience here. I still gotta watch these. I did one of those like tests a long time ago. What horror character are you? And I got him. And that opens the next one because I did another one. My favorite.
What's your favorite?
My favorite films are the Saw movies.
You like the Saw movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's funny. Now going, people call it torture. P word. Just in case our younger students are watching this. I don't see it that way. When I saw the first Saw movie, I like the element of how the character is kind of helping people. Now, don't lose me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't. I call him like the evil messiah, right? So, the whole premise of the movie is you have a character who, like, if you watch all the movies, of course they add more story to it to make it more interesting. But you find out with the first movie, here's a gentleman who is dying of cancer, who pretty much the system and the doctors kind of just wrote him off. Right. You find out later on that his wife was. She worked at a halfway house. She was trying to help people that were on drugs. That backfired on them.
Mm-hmm.
So he was somebody who kind of was very big on being grateful. And if you know me personally, I'm a big being grateful person, even through, the horrors and tragedies like that. I'm not killing anyone, I promise.
But you wouldn't put them into weird traps and
Well,
have them actually find ways out
well,
of
that's
weird
if you're
puzzles.
psychotic. But
Come on.
I understand it though. Like what it is, like each like he's trying to teach them a lesson. Like, all right, well, if you're not grateful, you're destroying your life with this, or you're making these choices, or you're forsaking this. It's either you're gonna die eventually anyway, some helping you, or you're gonna lose something as a reminder to stay grateful.
Fair enough.
Now, my favorite film.
My work will continue.
It was about a cop who couldn't let things go.
Mm-hmm.
He was a big hero. He was a good guy, but he was forsaking his family. He was trying his best to like help everyone. And I won't go into detail. Maybe another day we'll go into detail more about this. But like that story reflected kind of my life. How like I tried to rescue everyone, and sometimes you have to let people fall.
But you wouldn't put them into death
No,
traps.
from the cop.
No, I know.
I understand Jigsaw's part. I get it from a psychotic point of view, but from the policeman's point of
Like a
view,
love story.
it's about you have to kind of like. Sometimes you got to back off and let things happen for people to learn their lessons, especially the end where the poor, he kills his friend by not waiting. So it's kind of like somebody's life. You have to kind of let it happen and just wait.
Right.
So.
Wait, was that the laser one at the end where there were?
That was the
trapped in
poor guy
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
2 blocks of ice.
Right.
So, and then I like how he's very smart, sadistic. Obviously, he's an
You
engineer.
mean Jigsaw?
Jigsaw, yeah,
Right.
and I love his little Billy toy. I have so
Mhm.
many of those little guys running around the house, So I think Saw was one of my favorite. I mean, I wasn't too crazy about Spiral. Mr.
Okay.
Like Chris Rock looked like this when he was angry, when he was sad. Like. Guess you need Will Smith to. No, anyway. Anyway. So anyway, what was it? The views are not those of Fortress of Solitude. But nah, I don't condone violence for the most part. But in the end, he wasn't that.
But we like Saw.
Yeah, we do like Saw very much. But what was I gonna say? Jigsaw was pretty good. The last one before I heard they're making another one. So let's see. And also the guy who wrote Saw, didn't he
Right.
have something to do with Annabelle as well?
Absolutely.
Look at that. It's all connected.
It's all good.
So, second question. Who is your favorite horror icon character and why?
Okay. Okay. Solely based on personality alone.
Uh-huh.
And this is gonna be a weird one because he's up here, but the creeper from Jeepers
It's so
Creepers,
weird that we got all this stuff here.
But he's the smugness of the creeper.
Yeah.
I mean, every
He
time
did have personality, did he?
and he also is, like I said, part of like that. He has to hibernate for
Mm-hmm.
years and then comes back or whatever. But when he's out there and he's hunting, he is so cocky and smug
Like
with
Freddy
it.
Krueger kind of, right?
Oh, it's absolutely so good.
Jeepers Creeper. Wow. I wouldn't have guessed that. That's kind of cool. So, did he talk?
No,
He didn't talk, so it was all like facial expressions.
absolutely, and that's the thing. He'll do
That's
like a
interesting. A
wink,
wink.
and I'm like, oh look at.
I gotta watch those again. Weren't they make another one?
Yeah, they
Supposedly?
are supposed to.
Yeah. All connected.
Yeah.
Anything else about the Creeper? Jeepers Creeper.
I think that's where I'm at with the creeper.
He's got the wings, I remember that.
Yes.
Does he grow parts back or something?
He actually eats the part from the person, and that's how he actually grows it back.
What? That's right.
That's how. Remember, they bash his head in, so he grabs somebody, eats the head, so he grows his new head.
I gotta watch those again.
Yeah, he
It's
has the
been a
eyes.
while.
He eats the eyes out.
Creeper. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that. So my favorite, another those that know me, you ever seen Evil Dead?
I've seen Evil Dead.
My man Bruce Campbell as Ash. I remember seeing that on VHS.
But that's more like comedy.
But all horror is comedy. We talk about how this guy winked at each
I know,
body
but
parts.
Evil Dead
You
made
know,
me
like
laugh.
yeah, that
I
was
was a little creeped out.
the funny thing about Evil Dead was I saw when I was young. I remember my boy Marlon Thurman, who also Thurman's a close personal friend of both of us. Shout out to T. But I remember getting the VHS tapes for like $10. It used to be $30 back then. So I bought all 3 movies. They had them on TV, but I waited. Even as a kid, I'm like, I'm gonna watch it. I'm not gonna, because they cut out the curse words. People say, melon farmer, stuff like that. And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna watch it. So anyway, when I saw Evil Dead 1, it was creepy. It was like over the top gore. Remember the pencil part?
Yes.
Oh, I remember seeing that. I was like, oh, even as a kid, I was like, it looks fake, but still, ouch. But when you watch Evil Dead 2 with the hand, oh my god. And then he's like,
that was the tongue too, right?
no, you're talking about that's the new one, which was also pretty good.
Oh yeah, that I did like the new one.
I did like the new
Yeah,
one
yeah.
too. As a fan of Evil Dead, I do
Creepy
give
out.
2 thumbs up for the new one. I did enjoy it, and I love how, spoilers, it was going to be a female this time.
Yeah.
When the girl, she had like her arm under the car. I was like, oh! Then later on, but unfortunately they changed it up. There's going to be another Evil Dead movie, by the way. The game came out, and people are loving it, but it's like a running around killing game. I like.
Is it like the old Jason?
Yes.
The old Friday the 13th?
Yes.
To run around
Where
and-
Jason's walking around, you gotta
Yes,
hide
and
from
then-
him. Yeah.
And he was like indestructible. You
Yes.
never win. It's an old Nintendo game.
Oh
Remember?
yeah, I
He was
remember
like-
that. Yeah. Bloop 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 bloop. The new Jason's cool though, cause like someone could play Jason, and then people play the other characters, and you could play Jason, and you gotta hunt down the other
Oh, I
the
didn't
other
know
players,
that.
or you could try to kill Jason. And the kills in those games,
I'd probably be Jason.
whoa. Yeah, me too. Honestly, I want to hunt down everybody.
Right.
Like.
But he
Jigsaw.
doesn't like violence.
Well, I said I didn't like violence. I don't condone it. There's a difference. Is there? I don't know. So anyway, going back. Speaking of not liking violence, when Bruce Campbell, the best part when he like when his hand was alive and he's like smashing plates against his head, and choking himself. By the way, Doctor Strange did it too. He did the hand trick in Doctor Strange. But like that movie kind of showed me when I was a kid, horror's funny.
It is funny.
Because in the end, it's over the top. Now, not to get sad, but out there could be tough, right? Real life. So when I saw horror versus real life, when I realized someone could sneak into my room as a kid, like break into my house, to me that was more scary than all these combined. Because at the end of the day, something comes in, it's not going to be Jason if someone's going to start trouble.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I realized that when I was a little kid. So Evil Dead kind of put like the cap on it. So like, and the way Ash is, he's kind of like, he's a kind of a jerk. He's he's a typical jerk guy. I don't even know if he has a good heart. You think he has a good heart? Well, it's debatable depending on like, I'm trying to think, did he save any kids, or did he rescue a puppy or a kitten at any time, or he's just like I don't know, he's just a fun stupid, and he's not supposed to be serious. That's the fun part too. He's like, he's a jerk.
And they typecast the actor. That's his
Oh.
personality completely.
If chins could talk, right? Chins could
Right.
kill.
Absolutely.
And the whole chainsaw motif, like when he
Yes.
jumps and the chainsaw just magic goes, you know. So yeah, I that character. I have so many toys. Even like they have in the store, Evil Dead. Army of Darkness and the Reanimator, issue 1. It's out now. I'm actually buying it. Remember the Reanimator? You never seen Reanimator? Sick, crazy movie from the 80s. And I'll just leave it at that. It's about a guy who wants to bring back things from the dead. He's trying to bring back his mom, right, Jose? Reanimator?
Yeah, they did a couple. It was like
I think that was like, no, I gotta watch those two. I have those at home. But it was a really twisted movie. Like, in a lot of ways. I won't get into it just cause I just feel weird, you know. I won't get into it. Yeah, some really twisted stuff in that movie. but actually he's in the comic book now, so. But anyway. Yeah, Ash is definitely a cool character. I love that character. Give me all the Ash merchandise. Give me all the Ash figures. We even got a chance to meet him at Comic-Con. He told people to F off and stuff. He was in character, unless he's like that in real life. But I doubt it. I would love to talk to him in real life, though. See how he really is. He was like a really crazy guy. Out of character, yeah. Yeah, I don't want to, I don't want to fight the guy with the chainsaw hand. So, anything else you want to add?
No. My most recent favorites are the Conjuring series, and then the spin-offs with The Nun and Annabelle, Creation of Annabelle. Those are my newest favorite ones. So hopefully part 4 will be better than part 3, though.
Yeah, those movies for me, it's hit or miss for me. I like The Nun was interesting on different levels, but like I'm still like not a huge. Don't hit me. I don't know, like those, like I guess I like more over the top stuff, like the ghost stuff. It's like hit or miss me.
How about Paranormal Activity, the found footage? What do you think about those?
I seen them all many moons ago, and I remember the scene when like the recording and the ghost is playing with her leg, and I'm like,
Okay, that's part 1.
yeah, I was like, all right. And then later on, they got into more ghost stuff. A lot of it just got, kind of blurred.
The last one is not great, Next of Kin, but I do like the
Next of Kin? I thought it was a Mexican one.
No, there's another one beyond the marked ones. You're talking about the marked ones.
I guess
and
that was
then
the last one I watched.
Oh.
Yeah, it's been,
okay.
yeah, it kind of fell off.
Yeah, the last
So-
the last one is Next of Kin. It's actually, it doesn't really tie to the rest of them.
Well, there's plenty to watch, and also there's a Winnie the Pooh horror movie apparently.
Apparently, we just saw some weird trailers.
Yeah, so there's horror is with us forever, and then we'll talk more about that another day, another time perhaps. Anything you want to say to the people before we?
That's it.
So I want to say, I want to play a game. Stay encouraged, everybody. Talk to you soon.